Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Trades and Gains, powered by Investor Central Club. I'm your host, Max Pitts. We're currently over on stream at Free Wi-Fi Radio, and that's with a 0 for the O on Twitch right now. And this is our morning show where we remind everyone once again that the market does not care about your feelings or, quite frankly, your calls that expired today. So let's talk about this 8:30 a.m. data dump that just happened, because Wall Street just got a reality check. And no, it didn't come with a rate cut whatsoever. So let's go ahead and start with jobless claims. We saw 198,000. That's not a typo. That's not a rounding error. That's the labor market saying we're still fine, but thanks for checking in. Which, by the way, isn't like the best news if we want rate cuts. Because the market wanted 215K, but the Fed, well, for them to cut rates, they would have needed to see weakness, meaning we would have had to see over 215K. Instead, that 198,000 is showing strength in the labor market. And you know what strong labor markets mean? Well, three things. There's no urgency for the Fed to cut rates at this point. There's no Fed cavalry coming over the hill just yet to come save your portfolio, and definitely no quote-unquote January surprise cut. So I wouldn't be shocked if odds go up to past 90% now. So if your entire bull thesis was the Fed will save us, well, bad news. They're still on vacation drinking Mai Tais and figuring out who's going to replace Jerome Powell. Oh, and they're also, don't forget, they're subpoenaed by Trump right now. So fun times for the central bank. Now let's go ahead and talk about some import prices. The one nobody tweets about, but guess what? Powell and the Fed chair definitely read this. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Up 0.4%. Markets expected deflation. Instead, they got inflation sneaking back in through the back door like an ex that you thought you had blocked on your phone, but still knows how to jiggle the door handle and get into your house. Import prices, they feed CPI. CPI feeds PCE, and PCE feeds into Powell's nightmares. Now, the 0.4% tells the Fed, well, congrats, inflation isn't dead, it's just resting right now. It's just resting. So now we've got strong labor and sticky inflation. That's not bullish, that's higher for longer with a side of volatility. Then manufacturing shows up and ruins everyone's recession narrative. Empire State goes from negative to up 7.7. Philly Fed from -8 to up 12.6. That's not noise. That's not seasonal. That's not just quote unquote one region. That's manufacturing saying we're still not rolling over, which means the Fed can't panic, which means rates stay elevated, which means stocks don't get the easy money tailwind they've been addicted to. So, what did the market learn today? Well, the economy isn't weak enough to justify cuts, inflation isn't dead enough to justify easing, and the Fed is absolutely not in a hurry. That puts the markets in the worst possible place. Too strong to cut, too sticky to ease, and too uncertain for there to be a continuing trend. Welcome to the chop zone, folks. This is where traders mess up. Retail hears strong economy and they go and blindly buy calls. Institutions hear no rate cuts and they hedge that. Dealers hear uncertainty and then they go ahead and just pin the price where they feel it's appropriate. And suddenly everyone's confused why the market rips in the morning, dies at noon, and closes flat like nothing happened day in and day out. That's not manipulation, that's just called structure, all right? Now, here's the truth that nobody likes. This data doesn't crash markets. It doesn't send us to the moon either. It just removes the safety net and guardrails. And when the Fed isn't rushing to save anyone, volatility matters, flow matters. Thanks to Investor Central Club, you can easily catch flow that actually matters and you don't have to read through a bunch of BS. And timing matters more than direction. So no, this isn't a buy everything market, and it's not a short the world market. It's a trade the levels, respect the tape, and stop believing headlines market. The Fed isn't cutting markets or isn't cutting because markets want it, right? They cut when something breaks. And today we got another peek into labor that labor still has not broken yet. So that's it. Anyways, that's your quick morning recap. This is quicker than normal. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Feel free to go join us on Free Wi-Fi Radio. Also, make sure you go sign up for Investor Central Club. Use that code STACKSAPEX20 to get 20% off your first month. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I hope you have a great morning.